Today, I want to give you a very special knowledge about a secret in our Wu Hao Tai Chi. Many systems talk about it, but they don't emphasize on it. Actually, it is a very important feature in our Wu Hao, the elbow. Now you wonder why at the elbow, okay? In pushing hands, long time ago, back in the 1800 or early 1900, late 1800s, maybe 1890 something to 1900, beginning of 1900s. Pushing hands is not called pushing hands in Wu Hao, at least. I don't know about other style. Wu Hao Tai Chi, we say pushing the elbow. Tui zhou, zhou means the elbow. Shou is the hand. You see the words are very similar. So because in the villages people speak with an accent, it's called tui zhou, not tui shou. Tui shou means pushing hands. Then over the years, somehow the language got changed and become tui shou, which is pushing hands, instead of pushing elbow. Okay. Why do we say pushing the elbow? There's a reason why. It's because when you lock somebody's elbow, they're finished. When you push somebody's elbow, they're finished. If you push somebody's hand, the elbow can come. You see that? So you push somebody's hand, the elbow can attack. But if you push somebody's elbow, finished. That's it, finished. If you lock his elbow, finished. So that's why it was called pushing elbow, tui zhou. But now, tui shou, pushing hands. That's okay. That's the trick about the elbow. But today's lecture, what I want to talk about, I want you to love your elbow. I told you to love your fingers last week. Today, I'm going to teach you how to love your elbow. We have two elbows. It'd be nice we have three, but we don't. We have two elbows, okay? The elbows have to be aligned. The fingers, we talked about last time, or the hand or the palm, all the things you need to be aware of when you do the form. I didn't mention the elbow. Because elbow, it's a separate topic I want to talk about because there's a lot to talk about it. It'll take another 20 minutes at least to talk about it. So I didn't have enough time. The last time I spent 40 minutes talking about other features. So today I'm going to talk about the elbow. The rotation of the elbow. How do we rotate the elbow? I mean, the elbow is here. How do we rotate? We don't rotate. We rotate the elbow, but we also keep the elbow stationary by using the body to move. Okay. So where are the awareness of the elbow in the form? That's the most important thing that you need to learn so that when you start training it, you understand where it goes. Okay? The first move, lazy to taiko. First move, the lazy to taiko. Okay, beginning of Tai Chi, like I said, when we align, you see that? The elbow are moving together, aligned. So the elbow is not moving like that. Okay, it's aligned. And then we shift to the left, we turn. See, the two elbow is moving. The elbow doesn't go that way. Okay, so we go from here, and it doesn't turn like that. So let's say if I do this, lifting here, and I turn from here, it doesn't do like that. It becomes like that. So what happened is that the elbow doesn't move. The linking of the elbow move. The linking of the joint. Remember I talked about the joint link last time. How to use the linking joint to fudging. How to use linking joint to make everything in accordance with how the form has been done. So as you can see, I'm going to face right here. So if I raise my hand and I turn, so if you see that, it's dangerous. I'm being exposed. So when I raise my hand and I turn, suddenly I kept my center, but I never displace or misplace my joint, my elbow joint. Okay, my elbow joint. So from here, it just go that. See that this become that. Here, the hand stay here. When you come over here, it's not like that. It become like that. So I kept the center and I kept the joint, the elbow joint intact together, moving together. So there's no changes to the elbow joint. The changes happen because the body rotates. See that? So that means the joint did not move. Well, the joint moved like that, but the elbow did not move. Okay? So joint and elbow in my discussion today is the same thing. Okay? But I'll try to mention joint and I'll try to mention elbow. But it's the same thing in this lecture today. Okay? Now, I don't know about other Tai Chi, what they emphasize on the elbow. I do know that Yang style Tai Chi also emphasize a lot, even Chen style also. But today is not a discussion about them. This is discussing about us, the Wu Hao. So when we turn facing this, and then when we sink, you see, when we turn, when we do this and we sink, you see the elbow is dropping. See, the elbow is dropping. The elbow is dropping, and then the elbow is coming down because the body is coming down, not because of this. Yes, you do some of it, but it's more the body is bringing it down. So it's very important. So it's very important that we align the elbow. If we align the elbow and the elbow doing the work of sinking, then the finger is moving it together. See that? See that? You see how the elbow turns? It's not this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. If we're doing this, then we're not moving the elbow. We are doing this. So if I leave my hand here, somebody touch me here, and when I drop my elbow, when he push me here, he's gonna corner me. If he come here and I go like this, see that? So he push me and I go like this. So when he push the elbow turn and the finger go towards the opponent. That's the power of Wu Hao. That's how we do in pushing hands. A lot of people pushing and don't understand. Oh, why is that? You go wow like this. It's like beginning of Tai Chi. It's like the form, right? The form, okay? And then they push, the elbow go together. Now the elbow changes direction because it's on sideway. Remember last week we talked about sideway. It's on the sideway, so the elbow is not aligned. If the elbow is aligned, then it's square. For example, brush knee, they are aligned. See that? That's aligned. Okay? So when it's square, the elbow is aligned. So this is one thing we found out. Okay. And that's lazy to tie code. Okay, then single whip, the same thing. So from here, the elbow is aligned. We step back, we rotate. See, the elbow are moving because the body are moving. And we sink. The elbow are moving together. And we step. And we push. The elbow is separating, but the elbow also moving together. Let me make a big circle so that the elbow is also moving together and they sink together in the same level. Okay, think about it. If you are mindfully involved with understanding how the elbow joint and the elbow move, you automatically show love to your elbow. If you show love to your elbow, they feel good. Your elbow feel good. You're in love. Your elbow is in love. So they feel good. They feel harmony. They're happy. They're in balance. If they're in balance, then they become strong. And they're strong. Nobody touch them. Nobody can break them up because they have balance. Yin and yang balance. They're in love. Nobody. Just like Romeo and Juliet. Okay? So you see, it goes and then it sinks. It goes together. It doesn't go down like that. It goes together. And like this. So the elbow are moving in alignment with each other. Just like the yin and yang circle. The yin part and the yang part, the yang in the yin in the yang, they all moving together. Just like the yin and yang circle. Okay? So it is very, very important that we need to be aware of the elbow. Okay? So that's for the single whip. And for example, the white prince spread wings, for example, lifting hands. So from here, see the elbow. Now when we go here, when we do this, you see that? The two elbows are aligned because we're facing in the front, square. And then when we leave it to go to side, we go to sideway now. Now the elbow is not aligned, but they're both dipping down together. Okay? and then from here, and then you push out. Okay. You notice that I'm going to stay in this angle so you can see it. You notice that, look at this elbow. Look at his elbow. This hand is going to turn up. The elbow is turning up. So the elbow is turning up, even though the elbow is higher than your shoulder. Normally, you don't do that in most of the HAO movement. In this case, because the movement is wide crane spread wings, the wings need to blow it up big so he can fan it and cool off his wings, you know. So it's going up and then you put, but remember the elbow is still dipping down. So it's not like that. HAO never have like that. Maybe in application we do that. When we want to finish a form execution, yes, we'll do that. Because that's not body mechanics anymore. That's done and it's just to whoop the guy to get rid of him. But when we do the movement, as you can see, it's from here and then it turns here, it turns the finger. It's the elbow that turns the finger. If you don't turn your elbow, you turn this finger, then suddenly here become tight. There's no tightness in HAO. Everything moves from the joint of the elbow. And of course, also from the hip. You see that? It's also from the hip and also from the shoulder. See that? So, as you can see, together, see, together. So this is how we align them in the elbow. A very good example of showing the joint manipulation of the elbow is the high pat on horse. Lots of you make mistakes on that. I've seen it in my class. I've seen it when I travel. But I try to correct them, but I think they see it, but they go back and do their habits again. That's normal. That's how human nature are. Plus they're also training other Tai Chi, and other Tai Chi don't do it, and then HAO is doing it, and they get confused. Okay, the high pat on horse. So from the single whip, we go from here. Okay, watch. This hand go over, the elbow is together right now because it's square. And then you turn sideways, the elbow is separated. Watch this one. Watch my right hand. Okay? Stack to break up, and this hand's like that. See the elbow like that. So from here, and then basically, so from here, see that? So if most people look at this, they're looking at the finger. But actually, it's the rotation of the elbow. Okay? So the elbow is the powerhouse. The elbow is the one that turns the engine on to move the hands. That's our secret. And please keep it. It's our secret. Don't tell people. You pay a lot for this. Keep it for yourself. You know, the love is in the elbow. You know, it's in the elbow. Once there's love, then the fingers start doing all the talking. Okay? All right. So that's what it is. And then from here, see that? From here, see the elbow? From here, and then we sink, and of course it shift forward. Okay. So that's it's one function of the elbow. There is another part that the elbow go and strike it. Let me go back to the. Let me see from here. That's playing the banjo. So playing the banjo is not much. There's elbow movement, of course, not much to discuss because the principle is quite direct. I want to talk about deflect, intercept, punch. Decept, intercept, punch. Okay, let me do it this angle. So from the brush knee, we finish the brush knee, the last brush knee. Okay, we sit back, we rotate. Okay, that is a simple way. The harder way is to rotate straight. Okay, so I'm going to do the harder way, the more advanced way. We just rotate from here. You see that? My elbow is not moved. My elbow is not moved, but my whole body moving. And then it turns here. Okay, and then I step. Now you watch, and I step forward. You see that? My elbow is coming. My elbow is coming. My elbow is coming. See that? My elbow is coming. And then only I strike on the face. Deflect. So this is deflect. Deflect. My elbow is coming. So from here, sit back. From here, when I step, my elbow is coming. See that? My elbow is doing this to do that. My elbow is not doing that. No. It's doing this, and then you see that? My elbow is dipping, and it go from here. Okay, and then here the same, and then they move together. This is no big deal. And then you see this elbow is going to go that, this elbow is going to go that, so they're both flipping together. See, you can see from here. See, both the elbow are flipping. So you will think, technically you think, even somebody look at you also think the same way, that you are flipping your hand. How can you flip your hand? If you don't turn it, if you flip this and don't turn this, this becomes tight. There is no tightness in Tai Chi. The reason why there's no tightness in Tai Chi, if you do it correctly, because you're using the joint to direct all this action. When the joint is manipulated or moved correctly, then there's no outward tightness. And there's no tightness, that's relaxation. That's peace and harmony. That's yin and yang balance. That's what Tai Chi is. Tai Chi means yin and yang balance. Quietly, peacefully, and happy. So from here, you can see, sit back, watch my elbow. Watch my elbow. I'm going to be in this direction here, you can see. Watch my elbow. See that? See my elbow changes. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit closer so you can see my elbow. See my elbow. And then both elbow collapse. And then I turn, both elbow come down. See that? Not just the finger. Last week I talked about the finger. Today I'll talk about the elbow. Same thing one more time. I'm going to be in this direction so we can see. Both elbow drop down. Okay? And both elbow come down. Okay? Come down. And both elbow move together and do an open close. So therefore the elbow is very, very important to see. Autos, hello, good, you're on. So it's good. So the elbow, okay. Now, what about how far do you move the elbow? And then most people don't ask me. Some people don't make mistakes on it, but some people do. So when we do open close, okay, so from here, okay, if you check your video, I mean, of course, now if I tell you, you're probably aware. If you check your old video, you watch my elbow. You watch my elbow. Let's say I do a big circle. Okay, one more time. Let's say I do a small circle. When I do this move, I sit back, but my hand never pass, my elbow never pass my back, or at least around my back, even though I sit low. And then when I go, it never go like this and this. It never do that. I never do this. See, everything become tight here, everything become tight here. The trapezius muscle go hold back, and the elbow is going down. That's very dangerous for application, unless you have very high listening skill. You think about it. If you go all the way back here, and somebody lock you, you're gone. You're gone. That's it. You can't stand anymore unless you can sit lower and turn it. But if you just leave it here, somebody lock you, hey, you can come back. But somebody lock you, finish. Cannot. So if it's only here, not passing your, if it's only here, not passing your back, you know, you can zoom, go back. They push you, you can go back. But if you go like this, boom, habis, finished. So it's the elbow. And you wonder why, hey, I sit low. Why I get pushed? Because a stupid elbow. The stupid elbow was not aligned correctly. Not aligned correctly. So that's what it is. So very, very important. In our Wu Hao system, we have 3.5 step pushing hands. We have 4 hands pushing hands. Peng Li Jian, using ward off, roll back, press and push. This 4 with the 3.5 step. Back then, like I told you, they call it pushing the elbow. They never call it pushing hands. But now they call it pushing hands. But if you say pushing elbow, people think you're weird. They think you're funny. How come you say the wrong thing? Actually, you're saying the right thing. Okay? So, let me see another movement that happened. Okay, another good one is the not lifting hands, waving hands, like cloud, or cloud hands. Okay. So from single whip, we drop. See, the 2 elbows are moving. So from single whip, as you can see, from single whip, we drop. The 2 elbows are moving down, and then we sit back. So that we sit back. This hand is coming back. The elbow is turning the finger or turning this hand. It's not like this. Then you're turning the wrist. No, it's the elbow turning, natural turning. And then you drop, and then you go up. See, the elbow is down. The elbow is down, it's going up, and then the elbow turn, pushing this down. So it's not like that. If it's like that, it's not good. It's like that. This is the elbow part. Okay. So from here, the elbow is going up like this, and the elbow turn like this. I'm just showing you this part. And then the elbow go down, go up. So in this case, if I'm from here, and then from here, the elbow is coming like that, and then drop. Now the elbow is going this way, So the elbow is going this way. You see that? So the elbow turned the palm. The elbow turned the palm. The elbow turned the palm. Very, very important. Okay? So you want to watch for that. Now this is a little bit advanced for people who learn Wu Hao the first time, because it's too much to think about. And now you're talking about the elbow. Why didn't you talk about it earlier? I cannot talk about it earlier because you probably don't know what the heck is going on. But now you're learning the 3rd section. You know, it's time that you know this. Oh yeah, let me go to catch the dragon. Catch the dragon. Okay, catch the dragon move. Okay, let's say I'm going to go from here, the brush knee. Let's say from here I push, and then from here I press. You see how I lift? Okay, when we bring this up, it's the elbow, the shoulder and the elbow are moving this up to bring this up. See that? So now the elbow is both aligned to bring up. And then when we kick, the elbow does it. So it's not the hand moving. It's not like this. It's more like the elbow moving up, bringing the hand up, lifting it up, and then it kicks down. Okay? So that's the part for the elbow part. Most of the elbows are very direct. Just some of them is a little complicated that you never thought that's what it is. But if you start thinking about it, it's going to help you. So like this one, potting the high pattern horse. See that? See that? It goes like that. And then when you go down, you go like that. And then from here, this part is not much, you know. And then from here, see that? The elbow is the elbow. It's opening up of the elbow, the hand. It's not opening of the hand, the opening of the elbow and opening of the hand. So that's the thing. If you carefully watch your elbow, but I don't want you to think that you have to be tight. No. Carefully watch your elbow and make sure all the elbow rotate correctly. Then your joint will not be tight. Your joint actually is going to be loose. That means there's going to be energy traveling to your elbow joint because you're putting awareness on it when you do the form. And what's going to happen is that you're not going to get pain there. You're not going to get arthritis there. I don't think so. Because you're putting energy on your joint now. Putting energy on this kind of joint. A lot of people have carpal tunnel, not carpal tunnel, have tennis elbow. They call it tennis elbow pain. Because they play tennis too much, hitting too much, continues hitting it, and probably not rotating the elbow, but just hitting the ball real hard and tighten it and not losing it. But in Tai Chi, you will losing it. So you will not have elbow joint pain. There's no reason for you to have it. Because the chi is traveling all the time, You've been loving it all the time. You're paying attention. You're taking care of it. So much love is given to the elbow. Why would the elbow give you a hard time unless you are born with it? So anyway, so that explains it, okay? Again, let me talk about the brush knee part, okay? So from here, when you come up, you see that the elbow. Now, when you do the brush knee part, when you raise this hand up, remember, it's not like that. The elbow drops. And then we bring the body over, and we drop, and we step, and we go halfway, and then we turn, and then we strike. And elbow are turning. The elbow are turning. So it's the elbow direct the finger and the palm to finish the move, okay? So it's very, very important. Now, if I leave my hand here, the elbow is out. But if I leave it here, the elbow is in. Then there's a more chance for people to push me away. So I leave the elbow out. So the elbow is out this way, like this. Not like that. It's like this. Like when you build a tent. When you build a tent, the stick hold the bottom part of the tent. This stick holder here, it's tent. It's a pyramid. It's strong. The pyramid is very spiritual. Go to Egypt, you'll find out. I've never been there. Okay. One of these days I'm going to go there. Okay. So the Egypt, the pyramid. The pyramid may have a strong base. That's exactly what the elbow does for you. Give you a strong base, not just the lower part of the body and the upper part of the body to make it look like a pyramid. It's going to be strong. Okay? So remember, elbow is just as important as the body, the feet, and everything else. It is a good enhancement to your training so that you have this special secret that other systems don't have. I'm not saying they don't have, I'm sure they have, but nobody talk about it. And I'm going to post this on YouTube and see what people say about this. Maybe we can help other systems to understand that, hey, there's elbow out there, and this crazy HAO master here talking crazy thing about elbow. Maybe they will start be aware of it, and maybe they'll